Yo, welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes. We're a podcast focused on discussing local and national cannabis news and culture. I am Aaron.
I'm Dave.
What's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm feeling fantastic. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. I'm leaving for Florida tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to Florida to hang out with my dad for a couple days, play some disc golf.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I will. It's gonna be awesome.
It's still it's actually getting better up here, but Florida's much nicer.
It's
than
in the
here
50s.
right now. Yeah, so that's good. But also, enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy Florida.
Get away for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna get away for a couple days and spend some time with my dad. Spending time with your family is important. You know, time is a precious commodity, and choose to spend it wisely. I choose to like get out there and make memories and try and ignore the haters. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I live my life personally. And so
smoke weed instead.
Yeah, smoke weed instead. Not in Florida.
Yeah, they got a program.
Yeah, they have a medical program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they're fine.
Fuck them. Anybody who's got the shit in place to begin with, you know?
Yeah, they're working on a recreational program. They're working on
that's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, that's coming.
There's lots of news about that. I don't know.
Lots of news.
I'll have to check our demographics and see who we have, if we have any Florida watchers. Maybe we'll start.
Hey, Florida man.
Yeah.
Listen here. Just smoke weed instead, man. It's all right.
Yeah, don't.
That fentanyl ain't no good.
Fentanyl ain't no good, man.
That fentanyl ain't no good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Enjoy. I don't like flying.
Oh.
Every time I think about people going away, I'm like, man, sounds great, but fuck, I gotta drive there, you know.
No, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
There's also the chess.com invitational at Mount Olympus.
Oh.
Which our community friend Gavin Rathbun will be at.
Let's go.
And I might go up there one of the days to spectate.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Because it's only like 100 miles.
Oh, that is nothing.
Which is like nothing.
Right.
Couple hours.
I drove out to the Starved Rock course the other day and played that.
Did you play it? How was it?
I did. It was cool. It was a sweet little get, but
yeah.
It was muddy.
I bet.
Muddy AF. Down there, man, it was weird. They got like way more snow than we did.
Well, yeah, because they're south of I-80.
Dude, they got hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
We're sitting up here in a little cozy zone.
We got nothing. I
don't know what happened.
Well, because of, the...
Biden made the weather, dude. He put them chemtrails up there and made the weather for us, man.
I thought, I heard somebody else controlled the weather.
Oh, I don't know. I always thought we just pointed at the president when we were talking about crazy shit. My bad.
Oh,
anyway, It's just somebody out there, they'd made the weather patterns, man. And they didn't want us to get snow this year, I think.
Oh, we got plenty of time for snow.
We got whiffed.
We got plenty of time for snow.
I don't want that.
I mean, it's still February. We still have March snow and April snow.
Yeah. What's March 21st or some shit like that is the first day of spring?
Actually, we're already have passed meteorological winter, I believe, haven't we?
I don't know. No, I think
it's different. There's like a calendar day, and then there's like an actual weather day. I think we're closing out.
I don't watch the news, first of all, so the weather guy was never my thing. I'm not a Tom Skilling by no means.
You gotta listen to radio. AM radio, baby.
I could not.
AM 720.
I cannot. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, listen, that's all right. Some people do listen to that talk radio stuff. I cannot. Like old school radio stuff, like with the crackling in the radio waves, it drives me nuts. It makes me feel like car sick or something. I don't know what it is. I think it was because when I was a kid, I got tortured with it. Maybe.
Okay.
It's like a repressed PTSD
you've been
response.
Classically conditioned to have PTSD at the crackle.
Hey, dude, just bad AM radio voices and stuff. It's a bad sound to my ear holes.
That's cool.
Yeah. But hey, listen.
I might have fun.
Enjoy that. Maybe someday I'll drive down there and meet you or something, you know.
He's gotta, take some sedatives or something. Maybe some heroin, and then get on the plane. You'd be fine. It's one of those things. I mean, you know, like I get it. It can be very anxious to fucking do something that's like really far out there. You know what I mean? But like the, you know, majority.
Flying is just wild to me. I love it. I think it's very cool for other people. I think it's neat that a thing gets up there and just tails ass. But I have the worst responses to being up there. I've had a lot of ear issues and stuff coming out of planes before.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
I can
boy,
see that.
do I have an anxiety response to being up in the air.
Yeah,
All the bouncing around and shit. It's just it does, and like everybody's like, oh, it's all good. Just eat some edibles before you go. You're fucking crazy.
No,
That's
you gotta
the
be like
worst
Joey
thing you
Diaz
could
and take
do.
like 1,000 milligrams and fly every time. Like
Yeah, because you can pass the fuck out if you overdose the shit out of yourself. You're probably just gonna
no,
pass out. But
that was like baby stuff for them. Like they did that all the time. They
yeah,
went
I
deep.
mean, I don't get me wrong though. There are people who don't respond to
wild shit.
edibles though. I
Yeah.
know too many people. I myself have been that in the past. I don't know if by resetting my tolerance that maybe I don't. I don't know. I'm not like an edible eater to begin with.
Right.
Because they make me pass out if I eat too much of them. But I have eaten thousands of milligrams when I went to the Cannabis Cup up in Michigan, and now
Yeah.
again, we're talking about what is a milligram versus a milligram, all right? Because there's a lot of who knows what, right? Back in the day, you used to say this thing has 500 milligrams in it, but it was 500 milligrams of a raw cannabis product
Right.
that had 60% or 40% THC by volume in it, right? So now you have a 200 milligram or 300 milligram THC edible,
Right.
Delta 9 deliverable. And I think that maybe there was some of that, but literally when I went up there, I think I consumed somewhere in the 5,000 plus milligrams. I ate a 500 milligram push pop. I ate 2 sandwiches that were 600 milligrams,
Yeah,
300
sure.
a piece. I was eating candies that were like 100 milligrams that were like this big just because they tasted good. The little like gummies. I was eating they had this chocolate that tasted so good. I ate 3 of them in the day. They were 500 milligrams a piece. But they just were the most bomb chocolate. I don't know. I was just eating shit because I was hungry as well. I kept getting more stoned up, so I just wanted to eat more. And I just kept all they had was infused shit all around me. I finally ate some chicken tenders that didn't have any infusion on it because I was feeling pretty gassed. But everybody made me drive home. Everybody said, you're the designated driver because you're definitely the least fucked up right now. I said, yeah, all right. I've been smashed. Well, because I don't do dabs like crazy,
That's
you know?
true.
I was
That's cool.
smoking joints like they were going out of style, though. There was a guy behind me. He kept saying, joints, 3 for $5, 3 for $5. And I was like, they can't be any good. He was like, here, I'll give you the first one for free. And it was actually pretty bomb. And I must have bought fucking 30 joints from that dude, listening to different music and shit. It was a good time. That was before they went that was the year before they went recreational. Yep. All medical only. It was in the middle of like a speedway or something. And dude,
That's awesome.
I listened. I'm like, hey, who is that George Clinton? I'm
Parliament Funk, baby.
Bro, I'm like, fuck. Are they here? So I run over to George Clinton. The guy's yelling $5 joints. I'm like, fuck yeah.
If you're
then
gonna,
the Wu-Tang fucking came out.
If you're gonna bring down the house, you got to tear the roof off first.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. You want to do plugs real quick? Let's get them out of the way.
God damn.
Hell yeah. You can find us, the Elevated News Podcast, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite podcast apps. Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel. Please give us a like, leave a review. Please subscribe. This helps us reach more people. Doing pretty good on views and subscribers lately.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you all. The Growers Hangout stuff did good too.
Yep.
You got a bunch of new stuff. So it's cool. And you can find us on supportdopepeople.com along with links to our other pods and free stickers just by providing your email and address. And you can always email us at twodopedudespodcast@gmail.com for all your questions or things you want us to talk about, unless you're a spammer who is telling me how my YouTube's not optimized. I know. I don't care. I'm just doing it. I'm not trying to
Optimize.
Optimize it.
No, Optimus Prime it.
Calm down, spammer from wherever you're from, Philippines or,
Got him.
got him. Yeah, that's the best. That's how you know you made it. When people start emailing, you're like, man, you have all these uploads and like you don't have, it's not optimized. And I'm like, yeah, it's not.
It's as optimal as I need it to be.
Yeah.
I just need some. Yeah.
If somebody cared, they'd do it.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Thanks for all the feedback, though. No, y'all have been really
real.
positive. It's super cool. Thank you, everybody.
And shout out to Family Cannabis Crew 420 for getting us blazed as fuck before the podcast. Appreciate the hell out of you.
I feel fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dave, and we're the Two Dope Dudes. We're here to tell you about the Crop Culture Box, where you get a curated selection of quality grow items and seeds to help you plant with a purpose.
Use our code 2DOPEDUDES for $10 off any box, $100 or more for new customers. Get the Goat Holiday Box and check out their selection of seeds too.
That's cropculture.net. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES.
Go check out www.mrcbdchicago.com. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES at checkout for 10% off. If you have not gotten anything from Mr. CBD Chicago, you should at least check it out. The man has some great products. Mark's an amazing man. Love you, buddy.
Yep.
Thanks for doing it.
El Jefe CBD coming soon. I've seen some of the artwork for the labeling. That's our friend Christian and I can't remember her name. I apologize. That help Mark at his booths at the events. Have El Jefe CBD coming out, and it's really good stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. Support dope people.
Stuff.
Shout out the House of Banditos barbecue sauce. We were hanging out with him at that event we were just at.
Yep.
That was super fun.
There was a lot of really cool people there. I enjoyed that again too.
Yep.
It's good to see Mike too.
Yeah, Mike too. And if you would like to get some soil for your garden beds, for your indoor grow things, you should go to www.thegreengrow.com. Use code 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off your order. They have everything that you need. Amendments, soil amendments, mycorrhizae, all the different nutrients, earthshine soil, biochar, worm castings. I hear they might even be getting some ferments and that would be really cool. Or, support your local grow store, wherever that may be.
Go local.
Yeah, go local.
Or to greengrow.com.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to
No.
I hope I didn't unplug that at the end.
No,
they're great people.
100% fine.
I absolutely love it. But also your local place might be carrying the green grow stuff because they're good people.
Yep.
Hey, if you don't mind, on Thursday nights, check me out at Peace, Love, and Cope on YouTube. It's just a little local community of people that love cannabis and like to have fun and loosen up. We play some games sometimes. We talk cannabis. We talk head. We just get on with, just a little community. But more to come from that too.
Yeah, super fun. I love that community. I've been missing a bunch of the streams lately. It's unfortunate. I miss being there.
It's okay.
I just keep having stuff to do.
We missed you also.
You don't do your Monday streams anymore, so it's like.
Yeah, I was. I enjoy. I think I like the back and forth of this more, so I've devoted more time here, and I like that.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm just saying, like, now it's like when I miss a Thursday stream.
I don't have that. I
don't have that Monday stream. Yeah. Right, it's a whole week, so like I miss doing it. Yeah. No, and I do like the back and forth here, and this spawned from part of that too. So shout out to the OG community.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, 1,000%.
A lot of people that come here still too. Biz, Dudley, Drummer, Gare Bear.
Drummer's got a show coming up on here with her band very, very shortly, doesn't she?
Yep, but you put me on the spot, and I couldn't tell you the date.
Yeah,
I think top of my head.
I think it's Friday. Might be Friday.
Might
be a Friday that we're we're 2 weeks behind, but you should go see them.
Yeah. 1,000%. Smashed Atoms.
Love those people.
They actually, she they do great music. You should check them out on like Spotify and YouTube Music and any one of your
Yeah.
music apps.
Instagram as well, Smash Adams Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you, there's a couple of really
Interstellar's
bops.
are really good.
Amazing.
That's that bop that you love.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Banger, yeah. Yep.
So, YouTube comments real quick. This is from, I mean, we're behind now because, let's see. Chris said, Dave, you and Aaron are coming over. We'll pick a date in the near future because we were talking about hanging out with Chris.
Yeah,
his
please.
garden and stuff. And
I'm
so
into that.
he's like definitely into it. And then, yeah, shout out to Mom.
Mom.
Always
Thank
leaving
you.
comments.
Thank you, Mom.
Always leaving comments. So, yeah. You want to talk about Phenohound Genetics and that fun event at Galaxy Starship?
Oh,
yeah,
my
that was
God,
super
yeah.
cool. I'm glad you came out. That was
absolutely.
last weekend.
Yep, love DJ.
Yeah.
Amazing man.
Yeah, for sure. Making some good medicine.
They got a great little shop over there. Thanks for letting us kind of
hang out.
warm
Mr.
up
CBD was
inside.
there.
Yeah, Mr. CBD, an amazing man. Like I said, I love Mark like a brother. That guy he's doing some really cool things. He actually has heart in the way, and I think a lot of people maybe that listen actually know Mr. CBD
for sure.
probably too, and everybody like that's the kind of people that it has been an absolute pleasure to be able to run into and get to rub elbows with, share thoughts with, kind of speak the future, what we hope and believe, and like for it to be for a purpose, and I don't know. I love
I don't know. He like when I first met him, he came off very salesy, but especially like coming from like the growing community. You know what I mean? I was just like, who's this guy? This guy's got a lot of products. But as I like got to see his products and get to know him, like he's got a lot of good products that like
he's just trying
to
make sure that you have the thing that you might need.
Exactly.
And he's not trying like the better thing is too.
He's the Costco of cannabis.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of shit.
He's the
going
Costco
on,
of cannabis.
He's and I promise
in a good
you,
way.
Yeah,
in a great way. It's
Costco's
amazing to see what
fire.
he does. Yeah.
They
got them 250 hot dogs, bro.
Bro. What's the chicken sandwich called, or what's it called? The chicken melt, maybe. I forget what it's
just
called.
A chicken melt.
Hey, I don't know what the fuck it's called, man.
Are you laughing?
Somebody right now is listening to me. They're like, "You're such a dumb animal." I don't know. My buddy made me eat one time. He said, "Bro, you never had." I'm like, "Dude, calm down, calm down."
Rafa?
No.
Because that sounds like something Rafa would say.
It was B-Lane.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He was like, "You never had it before." He's like, "You gotta have this," and I was like, "All right," and it was good. I mean, hey, Costco, whatever.
Costco cannabis, baby. But yeah, no, he's got really good stuff, and like, I'm super glad that he's around. He's somebody that is really pushing the culture, and that dude smokes. That dude gets down.
Yeah,
he don't mess
1000%.
around. He don't mess around. He can probably outsmoke most people I know, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got some serious aqua lungs.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out.
Aqualung.
Aquabats? Hey, but shout out to Phenohound Genetics. Shout out to Galaxy Starship. It was a cool event. It was cold as fuck, but
Yeah. It was windy.
It was a great time.
Shit.
And they got some cool stuff in there.
They really do. They do.
Yeah.
I would check them out. I mean, there's a lot. We just got so many kind of cool friends actually that are doing a lot of cool things, and it's nice to be part of this thing.
Illinois out-of-state resident cannabis sales plummet. This is posted on Illinois News Joint, February 8th. To nobody's real surprise. The recreational cannabis sales totals for January 2024, January out-of-state resident sales dropped to its lowest since February 2020, the second month of legalization. Illinois countered its low out-of-state resident sales with strong in-state resident sales to kick off 2024 with its highest January in-state resident sales since legalization. What that means is that they put a lot of stuff on sale at the end of the year to try and get rid of that old stock, and they did deals upon deals upon deals so that they could show that they were at a plus.
Everybody just needed to make
Yeah.
end of year
Yeah.
numbers and shit, and then the out of state thing is because there's plenty of places around that. Why would you go to Illinois anymore? Like,
You can go to Michigan and leave at like
go to Missouri.
Yeah, you can go to Michigan, leave at 9 in the morning, be back by 1.
Yeah. Yep.
So
But
I've
that- but
heard.
that's
I mean,
like,
I haven't made the trip
Why
up
would
there.
anybody in Indiana, outside of being in like the fucking southwest part of Indiana, why would you go to fucking Illinois and not Michigan?
Illinois or Indiana doesn't fuck around. Indiana does not mess around.
No, they're a little bit, but
No, they're
that's
bad.
wild.
Stay out of
I don't know.
Indiana
Yeah,
with
the
cannabis.
drugs. Yeah. Yep, that's the truth.
So January 2024 out-of-state residents sales plummeted to $29,739,097.19. Yeah. In 2023, out-of-state resident sales totals average around 32 to 36 million per month. And so
Wow.
it was, yeah, so down
And it's down to fucking 27.
29 million.
Gee.
Yeah, so 4 to 6
yeah,
million.
36, yeah.
The overall January 2024 sales totals reached 133,787,753.89 cents. 89 cents is very important.
You gotta don't miss those.
Don't miss those. In comparison,
They've got it down to the pence in another language, but you don't need to know that because you don't even know what that is.
Okay, 2023. Look, that's where we're at in 2023. 127 million, 120, 134. December 153. I think we have definitely reported on these before. But just because it always comes out, and I wanted to just out of state residents, it's down. No shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there is some good product in this state.
Yeah.
I bash it a lot. I bash the program a lot, but there's some good products. I'm always willing to tell you exactly what they are too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that's coming up. House Bill 5284 to eliminate healthcare facility restrictions on medical cannabis use. So this hasn't been passed, but this is something that's been introduced for the 103rd General Assembly legislation. If you don't know how that works, I urge you to join something like Canna Equity Illinois. Yep. I've been going to their meetings. They also have community meetings on Thursdays, which is about more of the expungement of records, community events, stopping things like Shot Spotter, things that actually impact the community. And then Mondays, they have the legislative stuff. There's a lobby day. You should go to that. You actually learn how these things go, which is basically that they introduce things, and if they can garner enough support and get behind it, and the speaker says it's okay, they can put a bill up for vote. There's rule committees and different things that they have to do. So it's only just been introduced. It hasn't been passed, but it looks good so far.
This is
they can get stuff done if they want. If they don't want to, then they won't.
In this, they're talking about like assisted living facilities and okay, this has been something that has needed to been addressed for a long time, and it probably should have been addressed back in 2015, to be quite honest with you. But here we are, 2024. We're 9 years past, and it's sad to me that people who would most benefit, and some of the people that used to come into the dispensaries that I worked at were people from assisted living and whatever, and they got some of the better benefit from this plant that wasn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that everybody enjoys it and I want everybody to enjoy it, but I think when you see it used in in a setting where somebody gets up just a massive burst to their health,
Yep.
it's very cool to watch. And um, a lot of these people were doing things in such small, discrete ways and weren't willing to push the limits and get the best benefit that they could because they were afraid that somebody at their facility would find out and then they'd get kicked out, and where would they go? And so they were using products that may not be the best benefit to them at the end of the day, or it's not that it's the best benefit because it all kind of digests and somehow does the thing, but
Yeah, but
sucks
you
that a
can't
lot
go
of people,
back to the assisted living facility smelling like blunts.
and you get that
You know what I'm saying?
it is smoking a blunt the best way anyway, but not that it's not, but it's is it what's the most effective for them? And to have even inhalation of any sort, and I tried super hard to sell people
Yeah.
on like the tutti fruity smelling vapes and stuff, because go for it. I think it's a beautiful way, but um, you're not getting full plant entourage effect or whatever. You're not getting
Yeah.
the whole experience of the
You're not
plant
getting full spectrum.
in the correct in the way that you from. I mean, a distillate vape that has strawberry flavoring added back into it has THC for the most part. It might have some excess cannabinoids and a small minute amount of
Yep.
terpenoids, but they probably rip those terpenes
Yeah, no, it's
off
all
of
gone.
there in the distillation process and saved them for themselves so that
Yep.
they could charge somebody
Yeah.
a butt ton more money for
100%.
plant-derived terpenes. And that's fine. I kind of semi-understand what's going on there, but like it just sucks that you took out all the beneficial parts at some point and now this person is left without. And if they do get a full cannabis extract vape pen or something, it's still just not the same. We all can agree.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
You know.
So this would amend the Cannabis Compassionate Use of Medical Cannabis Program Act, which is the one that used to matter, with the following two provisions. No healthcare facility shall prohibit the use of medical cannabis by a registered qualifying patient within a healthcare facility unless the patient is receiving emergency services and care that is deemed medically necessary by the patient's healthcare provider. I'm assuming like if they're on a ventilator, they can't go smoke a bowl. No healthcare
like,
facility shall unreasonably restrict the manner in which the registered qualifying patient stores and uses medical cannabis. I know there's some places that will like hold your stuff, but then if you're immobile or you don't have access to it all the time, or you can only consume it in a certain place, that can be unreasonable.
okay.
So
So in this then they're allowed to smoke indoors in
no,
there.
so here's the thing. Because what everything, consumption lounges, the whole thing, vaping indoors, indoor events, stuff like that, it all falls under the Indoor Smoking Act.
Yeah, okay.
Because the languages are both intentionally vague so that they can be argued for whatever,
Right.
but they're also strict and they don't cross each other in that, like, well, we can't do that because of this whole other thing in this other industry or section of the thing that has nothing to do with us. Their laws restrict, you know what I mean? And that's
So we're talking about like the crossover of
Yeah.
food and
Yeah.
alcohol or food and tobacco.
right. So House Bill and Senate Bill 3099 have been the only two bills so far regarding improvements for registered medical patients that have been introduced this legislative session. I promise you more are coming. These things do work slow. I know there is currently one that just got back. I was at the Canna Equity Illinois meeting last night from LRB, which is, I believe, the law firm that kind of writes these bills. And so now they've sent it back. And it's open for discussion, reviewing, hey, this works, hey, this doesn't work. Like, this is really like, you can have a voice. You just have to, actually go out and join somebody who's actually doing that. You know what I mean? So now it's just like people are reading it, what's good, what's not, and then it gets sent back and then it will get introduced. And that one has to do with medical patients being able to use their medical card at any dispensary.
Yeah,
And
1,000%.
but they have to amend the tax code. They have to amend the cannabis thing. They have to, they have to do all these things. But there are more coming for sure.
They can use their medical card at any dispensary right now still, right?
No,
You have to transfer
no.
still?
There's only 33 medical dispensaries in Illinois.
Oh, you mean for
Yes,
every dispensary?
every
Oh, yeah,
dispensary.
that would be fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be fucked.
yeah,
That's what they need to
yeah,
do anyway. That's what the difference should be, period.
yeah, for sure.
Let the who gives a fuck about make a dispensary license, and then let medical patients come in and pay the non-tax and then make the fucking it would actually be easier for a dispensary to do that. Because in the back end of a dispensary you have to have a different like
Section.
classification, and so some things are classified for medical and some things are classified for recreational. Now you can transfer them over in your own system and make them whatever.
There's
but
nothing
once you
special on
designate
the medical menu that you can't get on the rec menu. It's
Correct.
just that they have to have a certain allotment for medical users by law.
100%.
So basically, if there was a potpocalypse, medical users would be able to get weed and recreational users would not.
Yeah, they can sell out of recreational weed, they can't sell out of
Correct.
medical.
Correct.
Well, they could theoretically if there was a storm on the medical side and everybody came looking for it, but they typically, I mean, they can supply the medical demand, at least from what I've seen in when I worked in it. But
right.
And I haven't seen it get any bigger, I don't think. I mean, it constantly rises, but not.
Vaping and smoking will still be prohibited at healthcare facilities, so it still falls under the Illinois
Indoor Smoking
Act.
Yeah.
So that's, but people would be able to consume probably, I would assume, like full extract cannabis oil, RSO, edibles, etc.
Yeah, they should. That's
the stuff you should.
But that's the other thing that I was saying too is that like, okay, but they should have designated smoke areas that are accessible to them, even outdoor facilities, and I'm okay with that. But like, put a heated area for smokers, I guess, right? Like, why are we? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm being too crazy. But I always was like, fuck, just let these people fucking smoke some weed, man.
I mean, they probably do.
Yeah, that's good. I know that the people that I used to talk to used to just go out the back, like far enough away from the building, and everybody was typically fine with it. I mean, like as long as they stayed on the property.
I guess that depends on if it's what kind of assisted living, like what their policies are, if they're connected with a hospital. Like, there's still there's a lot of doctors that are prohibited from like doing any of the medical card stuff because their company prohibits it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why you have pot doctors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, I think it's silly that once somebody has gone through the measures of getting a medical cannabis license, that then there are more restrictions on top of that to, and then right now still, whatever it is, however many dispensaries, 50 something that have a medical
33.
license.
33 with no current plans to add more, as they like to say in Illinois News Joint, one of our favorite websites. Shout out Jason Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
It's 33?
It's like 33.
No, I think it's in the 50s because that's what it was.
Is it 53?
It's
Maybe
something
it's 53.
like that because
Yeah,
that's
whatever.
where that's what we used to have. But dude, this fucking state's huge.
I know.
Man, from north to south, you're fucking talking about an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Fuck, from east to west, you're talking about probably a fucking 4.5-hour drive. So fuck you, it's just a long ass way.
Yeah.
In between these things. Anyway, it sucks for some people. I wish,
Here's another good thing for the people. Shout out, we do harp on a lot of stuff, but like I do want to shout out, like that was a great amendment that's been introduced. I want to shout out this other one. Illinois Senator Robert Peters introduced on February 8th Senate Bill 2321, which among other amendments would provide that an employer may not refuse to hire an individual or discipline an employee because of results of an individual's drug test indicate the presence of tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, on the part of that individual. SB 2321 amends the Right to Privacy in the Workplace Act and deletes references to a THC drug-free workplace policy. After the following paragraph that states, it shall be unlawful for an employer to refuse to hire or discharge any individual or otherwise disadvantage any individual with respect to compensation, terms, conditions, or privileges of employment because the following amendments were added. 1. The individual uses lawful products off the premises of the employer's workplace employer during non-working hours, and the hours that the individual is not on call, non-call hours, or the results of an individual's drug test indicate the presence of THC unless A, the employee works in a safety-sensitive position, B, the applicant or employee demonstrates impairment as provided in subsection F, or C, the test results for THC meets or exceeds the legal limits set forth in section 1151.2 of the Illinois Vehicle Code.
Yeah, so they're saying that those are the restrictions that will still take
Yeah.
effect,
Yeah.
which sucks, man, because like I don't know, like every truck driver in the fucking world can't smoke weed because he has a fucking trucking license and
Yeah.
shit, and he's got to fucking hold back. That's horse shit to me.
It's like a lot
Those-
of, well, I mean, it's the CDL regulations.
Yeah,
You know.
but they can fucking booze it up like fucking crazy and do blocaine because it's out of your fucking system in a few days. And, you know, it's just weird that, like, you can do some things that are well more destructive at the end
Yeah.
because they're less discoverable. But then we're going to limit somebody because of
Yeah.
the ability to find it in your system and call it a fucking whatever. To me, just remove it from everything. I think there is a place, you know, and
I mean, I always try to advocate for less regulations, less laws. I think we need to repeal most of the laws and regulations because
yeah,
once it gets so regulated, let the market decide.
I just feel like there's some people
We
that
have a
get
regulated
restricted
market, not a
from
free
using
market.
cannabis that shouldn't be restricted from using cannabis.
Shout out to the people who have listened to some of us talk and then gone on to use our phrases in their publications. An amendment also defines lawful products that are as products that are legal for the employee to use under state law. It does permit an employer to enforce a pre-employment drug testing policy, zero tolerance drug testing policy, random drug test policy, or drug-free workplace policy, or disciplining an employee for violating such policy, but provides that an employer may not take adverse action against an employee solely because of a positive drug test for cannabis. So basically, it almost sounds like it does nothing unless the test results exceed limits set forth in certain DUI provisions of the Illinois Vehicle Code, which is 0.5 nanograms, right?
Something wild like that.
So that's like,
yeah.
it almost does nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems weird. It feels like what it feels like it's protecting.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is the weird thing. What it feels like it's protecting is your base level, not hating on anybody, but like McDonald's or Walmart employee.
Yeah.
They're okay. They can't get hated on. Their jobs are protected from smoking because they can smoke weed because they got such a stressful existence. But because you do,
I don't know, dude. I used to know some people that like really liked working at those places. And they make those managers and regional managers make really good money, for real.
No,
they make really good money.
Legitimately, I know people have retired from both.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Anyway, the only reason I'm saying like anything at all is because it's wild to me that this seems like it's protecting just random people whose job, like, I mean, okay, so Walmart fires me. What, I just go to fucking Meijer, right? Like, okay, so fine, they're protecting that, but you're not like protecting the, like, okay, so cops can't fucking smoke.
Right, they're in a safety sensitive position.
Safety sensitive.
Yep.
Fucking
Firefighters,
ambulance.
Yep.
fucking
Basically, it
uh,
says
any
if you're
first responder
if
pretty
you're
much at all.
if your workplace has provisions for that, then you can't. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. And it just, God, I just stop already, you know? Just get over it. I think fucking the same. I keep saying it all the time, but it has got these little things right here, these little laws that are coming in, and they're trying to sign this in, make it sound whatever.
well,
It
they're doing
sounds
them
cool
all.
on the surface, but this seems like a
Yeah,
political stunt. No, I'm not, I mean, I
no,
don't
it
really
kind
know,
of.
but
I'm not sure.
it seems like a stunt to get a bunch of base level whoever's to go, hoorah, look what they're doing for us. They're doing this. But then, like, all the people who are being negatively affected by using cannabis, who probably would be massively benefited by the use of,
Right.
to have an alternative to some of the things. We're all using some to cope
Yeah.
with some shit, you know? But I think that's the beauty in what all of us continue to talk about and why we're all fucking doing the thing is
Yeah.
because this is by far the less of the evils. And it's not even evil at all. It's fucking fantastic. It's very community. It's very fucking together and improving. It's resolution.
Yep.
It's getting over the bullshit. Okay, it's not saying you go in, you drink too many beers at the bar, you go fight the guy next to you, you drink too many beers with you. You go sit down, you smoke too many joints with somebody. You forget what the fuck you're talking about, dude. All right, if you whatever it is, but it's far less aggressive of an interaction. And then maybe not even if you smoke too many joints, you probably start talking conversation about how to
I smoke
fix
too.
the world's wildest shit.
I smoked 2 joints before I smoked 2 joints, and then I
What?
smoked 2 more.
Ooh, wah wah wah.
Yeah, shut out. First take care of head, right? That's what we always say, right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was Hoorah cannabis.
Yeah.
Just do it, let everybody fucking do it.
Yeah, basically.
We're wasting our time with all these little laws that aren't
Well,
letting everybody do it.
What they're doing, they're not trying to, the information that I've heard is that they're not trying to do cannabis omnibus anymore because then nothing got done. So like there's going to be a lot of amendments to a lot of stuff this year, it sounds like, in the General Assembly.
Nice.
But I signed up for the April 18th event yesterday. I'm going down there and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, dude.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
2 days before the 420.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a short drive. You should come down.
Yeah. Where's it?
Springfield.
Yeah. It's not a far drive at all.
No, it's not far drive at all. And we want to have an impact. And that's why it's on that Thursday. You know what I mean? The cannabis lobby is going to be in full force. And they're down there. Those guys are down there, every week. They're down there multiple times a week. They're having meetings with representatives. They're talking with the Cannabis Regulation Oversight Office. There's a new cannabis board down in Springfield now with some new members.
Nice.
It sounds like CROO is going to get some new members.
Nice.
So hopefully some things will change eventually. Here's a we did 2 good ones. Let's do a bad one, and you'll understand why. Illinois Rep. Bella, however you say it, I'm going to assume it's I don't know. Introduces cannabis DUI bill on the heels of the Illinois Supreme Court recently hearing oral arguments about aroma as lone probable cause for a vehicle search, and Supreme Court judges commenting on a cannabis impaired drivers and public safety, which you can check out at the Cole memo. He did a whole thing on it. Shout out to Cole. Illinois Rep. Dave Vella today introduced House Bill 4890, which would amend the Illinois Vehicle Code to include language that eventually would allow law enforcement to use a cannabis breathalyzer during a sobriety test. HB 4890 would add the word breath to the law and state driving under the influence of alcohol, other drug, or drugs intoxicating compound or compounds or any combination thereof the person has within 2 hours of driving or being in actual physical control of a vehicle, a THC concentration in a person's breath, blood, or other bodily substance other than urine. So it changes that from whole blood or other bodily substance as defined in paragraph 6 of subsection A of section 1152 or 501.2 of this code. So it takes that out and puts in breath, blood, or other bodily substance other than urine.
So that's kind of stupid. But
So I mean, even if you it
is there
really
a fucking breathalyzer for fucking weed?
So they not yet. They're working on one, but it's probably does not work. Remember, we had actually talked about they were testing it out in Minnesota. Remember, they gave out those kits.
Yeah.
But most of the time, that doesn't work. But they're also there's some new stuff where they have figured out some biomarker type blood tests for hemp and cannabis for future law enforcement use.
Shut the fuck.
No, seriously. We can talk about it next week.
Yeah.
So but the other important thing here is that includes drug or other drugs, intoxicating compound or compounds or any combination thereof. So like really, if you're on if they want to get you and you're on ADD medication or cold medicine, they will screw you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're on Wellbutrin, if you're on antidepressives, I mean, if they want to mess with you, they'll get you. So that's why we don't talk to the police.
Yeah.
So with that one added sentence, another HB 4890 amendment in relation to any trial or civil or criminal action proceeding arising out of an arrest for driving while under the influence redefines THC concentration as either 5 nanograms or more. I think it should be 0.5 nanograms. It's not 5 nanograms. It's 0.5. If they change it to 5 nanograms, then we just won. I think.
Yeah, I think it's 5 though, but still, that's so small. It's so small.
I could have swore it was 0.5.
Regardless,
yeah,
it's so small.
And as history has shown, there was an interview with one of the scientists who had to do with that 5 nanogram law, and they asked him what's the science based in? Like, how did you come to that conclusion? And he's like, I just picked a number.
Yeah.
So it's like super arbitrary.
It's super not. Yeah.
So it's either 5 nanograms or more of delta 9 THC per milliliter of whole blood, or 10 nanograms or more of delta 9 per milliliter of other bodily substance. For purposes of this subsection, delta 9 THC includes parent delta 9 THC or free delta 9 THC. And so that was referred to the Rules Committee. Though pilot research continues, detecting THC cannabis with a breathalyzer has not yet been able to reliably indicate recent cannabis use. According to the conclusion of a small proof of concept study authored by 5 researchers and published in the Journal of Breath Research in May 2023, quantitative values were broadly comparable to other pilot studies with different devices, sampling protocols, and participant characteristics. Our results do not support the idea that detecting THC in breath as a single measurement could reliably indicate recent cannabis use. So what they're saying is that just like everything else, that's why they have the roadside test. They have different things that you have to do in addition to a breathalyzer, and that's how they get around that.
Wow.
Scientists and engineers at the National Institute of Standards and Technology and researchers at CU Boulder performed the study. Their goal was to develop reliable, standardized industry protocols for detecting cannabis impairment via breath, or at least determine whether that's even possible.
Yeah, that's see, that's for me, like I don't know. See, I thought I saw this come up, but like,
Yeah.
go ahead. Let's hear it.
So scientists say they've identified an alternate way to test for recent marijuana use that's significantly more accurate than standard THC blood tests that sometimes misrepresent a person's potential impairment depending on how frequently they use cannabis. And they're actively working to build on that research with an expanded study. So this is from Marijuana Moment. The headline says they developed new method to test for recent marijuana use with 96% accuracy. So currently they rely on blood test for intoxication.
Yep.
This one says, let's see, here we go. A more accurate method of testing for recent marijuana use, the researchers found, is that by analyzing the molar metabolite ratio of THC to THC COOH in the blood, and that's got to be some sort of biomarker or, you know, specific point of degradation within the blood. You know what I mean? Similar to THCA to THC, that's how. So if a person's ratio of the active and inactive metabolites meets or exceeds a 0.18 cutoff point, it says in quotations, you can feel pretty confident with 98% specificity that the person just used within the past 30 minutes. They tested this approach by having 24 occasional and 32 daily marijuana consumers. Marijuana.
The damn marijuana.
I sound like a mom from Wisconsin. Oh, Jacob, it smells like marijuana. They tested this approach by having 24 occasional and 32 daily marijuana consumers participate in a driving simulator exercise. Participants had their blood analyzed at a baseline and then 30 minutes after a 15-minute smoking interval. Cool. The study revealed that the molar metabolite. Did you want to say something?
No,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm just all right. Go ahead. You're good.
I mean, so the principle behind the study is basically you're looking at active drug versus inactive drug, because THC and hydroxy THC are active and carboxy THC is inactive.
Is this only?
I wonder if that's got to be only for
so this
maybe
is by
inhalation.
Blood still.
No, it's still by blood. But how does that?
I don't know what. There's different rates of digestion through the system. So, if you eat an edible,
right?
And then I wait. When am I peaking in this level of whatever they're talking about? Because inhalation's one thing.
Right.
The digestible rate of inhalation is substantially quicker, especially through the
kidneys,
blood, than that of like an edible. And so, I don't know. I feel like they're like, we're 96%, 98% accurate. They keep throwing how accurate they are, but is it purely based against inhalation?
Mean, number one, you just have to listen to the science, because obviously this was funded in part by the National Institute on Drug Abuse.
Oh, yeah.
So,
no, I like I said, it's cool, but when we start throwing out statistical numbers and we go, oh, it's 98% accurate, and we did this massive test with 24 and 32 people.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck is that, dude? It's like, we could have that many people at a fucking house party,
So it says one limitation of a more recent study was that the blood was tested 30 minutes after consuming, but in real life scenarios such as after a car accident, it could take longer before a person is tested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. At what rate? When is the? Because I am never letting some fucking rookie ass cop poke me with a needle to try and take my blood to try and fucking do some shit. I don't know, man. Sketchy to me.
Well, I mean,
I don't like it.
They have to take you to the hospital.
Do the fucking can you stand on one foot shit. Ask me to touch my nose and shit. I got that all day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Great episode.
Enjoy Florida, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna. And shout out to the people who we have a schedule now. If you'd like to come on the podcast, if you think he'd be an interesting guest, if you have a story to tell, shout out to the couple people who have, I've sent that link to, and we're looking at scheduling in March, hopefully.
Sweet.
So
That'll be cool.
yeah, it'll be real fun. How do you like the mic stands?
Oh, it's dope. Yeah, it's dope. I didn't have to hold anything today.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out with the guests too. I don't know. We'll put where we will put them.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's it, baby.
Hell yeah,
One
dude.
day at a time.
One day at a time, and I'm having fun. And I
Hey,
know you're
thanks
having
y'all
fun.
for listening.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
Love you all.
Love y'all.
Peace.
See you